Hello, my name is Savannah Compton and I'm an exclusive purple status presenter with Youniques, and today I'm going to show you some different ways that you can use our new luminizers. Now, luminizing or highlighting is all the rage right now. It's like the latest trend, everyone's into it. If you look in any magazine, you are going to see the celebrities that have this just stripe of shine, okay? It's almost blinding. And you can do it more dramatic like a lot of the celebrities are wearing it, or you can do it more subtle. So I'm going to show you a couple of different options on things that you can do to get different results with the luminizers that we have. Now we have three different types. We have powder luminizers. This is the one in pearly. We have the stick luminizers. This is one in iridescent. And we also have the a la mode creams, and it comes in this kind of bottle that would look kind of like our BB Flawless comes in, okay? So it's more of a liquidy. All right, so the first thing that I'm going to tell you is what's already on my face, because I went ahead and got started so that I could focus on the luminizers. I'm wearing the Flawless 4. I have a little bit of the Behold setting powder underneath my eyes to cover up my dark circles with my concealer, a little bit of the brow palette, and just a touch of our transplanting gel on my man, I got tongue-tied for my mascara. I don't have any of the fiber lashes on, just the transplanting gel. So now I'm going to show you kind of what I did. So what I've already started to do is a lot of times I would use the beachfront bronzer to contour after I put my makeup on. Sometimes I use the contouring palette, but sometimes I like to use the beachfront bronzer. But what I discovered whenever I ordered the pearly powder is the pearly is a little dark for a highlighting tone on my skin tone. So if you are taffeta, velour, organza, or scarlet, I wouldn't recommend using the pearly. I think it's going to be a little bit too dark on your skin, and it's going to look kind of like you got a little bit of redness if you were to highlight up here with it. So what I have done with it is I actually like to use it to do a little bit of contouring on my face, and I'm going to kind of finish that up really quick. So what I did was I took it and I went here under my cheekbone, okay, and then I'm going to kind of finish up over here just where you would normally contour, okay? And I do this pretty lightly whenever I'm using a powder. I don't go crazy. And then what I wanted to show you guys is this brand new brush is amazing, and I love to use it to contour my nose. And sometimes I even use it around here. So if you're new to contouring, I highly suggest this brush because it's a little bit easier. You won't end up with covering your entire face. So I'm just gonna go in right here. And I know it looks like a lot, okay? But I like contouring with this because it still gives me that glow. And I like the glow. I've been highlighting for a long time, and I've tried pretty much every highlighter out there. So if you're new to contouring and highlighting, because they kind of go together, you can obviously use a highlighter without contouring. I really highly suggest either this color if you're taffeta or lighter, or you could use the darkest shade. I can't really remember what that's called right now, but there's a darker shade that you could use. But this is great with this smaller end of this brush, okay? Now that I have that, I'm actually just going to take a little bit of my pressed powder foundation before I do my highlighting, okay? This is a great way to kind of mattify it just a tad and blend it, okay? I'm going to put a little bit of this here before I actually start highlighting, all right? So I'm going to show you on one side of my face, I'm going to show you how to use our a la mode sticks, okay? And then on the other side, I'm going to use our highlighter, the powder with the fan brush, and then I'm going to go back and show you how you can kind of use both. Then we're going to go into the cream luminizer. So for the powder, today I'm actually going to show you Benevolent would look good on just about anyone, all right? You don't really have to color match for these except for the darker shades, and like I said, Lustrous is beautiful. It's a beautiful shade. But I want to show you the iridescent powder, okay? So I'm going to start with that. So I'm going to do the powder on this side, and I'm going to show you what way you should do this, okay? Now, if you're going to put blush on, I recommend doing your blush and your contour first. And then I highly recommend this if you are new to highlighting, okay? The fan brush is meant for these powder highlighters, and it just makes it so much easier. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the fan brush and I'm just gonna brush it back and forth in that kind of a motion, okay? And then you literally, right here on your cheekbone, do you see that? So it's kind of like you're talking to someone and then bam, right there, okay? But I'm gonna show you how to highlight more than that. So if you're new and you're kind of scared of highlighting, start here, okay? And I'm gonna get some more, and we're gonna go over here. And you kind of wanna make a V, okay? So you kind of wanna do that highlight. If you really wanna get into it and do a full highlight, you wanna make that V. And then I like to just, whatever's left on my brush, come right down here. And it kind of gives you a little bit of a strobing effect, and it really pulls this in, okay? So where you have that contour, it'll really pull it in if you just lightly brush here, okay? So we have this, we have right here above our brow on the side, and then we have here, okay? Now, the next thing that I'm going to show you is I'm going to go back to this brush again, because when you're using these powders, this thing it's amazing, all right? And I'll even show you, you can actually also use the contouring brush, but that gets a little tricky because you could use a little bit too much. So we're going to go into this, okay? And I'm just going to get a little bit, and I'm going to go right down the center of my nose, all right? I'm going to take this same brush, I'm going to go right here under my eye, Cupid's bow, and right here. Now, I want to show you the difference. Highlighted, not highlighted. Do you see how it just brings life to my face? Okay, and that's with the iridescent, and you can do that with any of these shades. The Benevolent has a little bit more of a golden yellow undertone. The iridescent really, like, anybody could use the iridescent, okay? It looks really white and scary, but it's a translucent, so it goes on really pretty. Like I said, if you're taffeta or lighter, the pearly I think would be a little bit too dark. If you were gonna put it up here, like I said, I used it to contour, so that's why I did that, because I wanted you guys to see that. And then we have the Lustrous, which is a beautiful rosy gold tone, and I'll actually put that on the back of my hand so you guys can see. Can y'all see that? I'm actually a little sunburnt. Maybe I should put it on the inside of my arm. Hold on. We'll put it right here. Y'all can see that. It's a little bit more rosy colored. Okay, so now I want to show you guys how to use the stick. And so to use the sticks, I have 3 different colors, and I am going to swatch these and show you right here. So this is the iridescent, okay? And you can see these are creams of powder. So they're going to go on like a cream, then they're going to dry like a powder. This is the Benevolent, all right? And honestly, you really can't go wrong with the iridescent or the Benevolent, all right? Both of those are amazing. They would look good on just about anyone. And then this is that rosy gold, the Lustrous. Now in the, yeah, this is the Lustrous. In the cream, you can see, I feel like the cream one has a little bit more of that golden tone, like that rosy gold tone. But you could even take these and actually contour with them. So actually, I'm just gonna go over that and kind of show you. So you could, like, I could take this, okay, and it goes on like a cream and then dries like a powder, all right? And so even if I wanted to do all the sticks, I could still do that here, all right? These sticks are super easy to use. You're just gonna use it right on your face. I do recommend cleaning them off before you just let them sit so that the bacteria doesn't grow in them from your face. And then what I'm gonna show you on this side is I'm actually gonna use the Benevolent, which is more of that golden tone. So literally, if you want to go with the stick, because it's a little bit easier, we're gonna go down here, okay? And we're gonna go up. I already have this here, but down your nose, Cupid's bow here, and you can even go right on that brow bone, okay? Now, my recommendation is just to take your finger and blend it in a little bit whenever you're using the stick. And so, this gives you a little bit of that, a little bit more of a creamy look. It does dry to a powder, And this kind of can show you the difference in the tones. So that iridescent is more of that white, bright highlight, okay? And this is a little bit softer. So the benevolent would be a better recommendation for somebody that's new to highlighting. They're kind of scared. They're not really sure about it yet, okay? So now I'm going to show you something really awesome. So now that you've seen what that benevolent cream stick looks like, and you've seen that iridescent powder, now I'm going to show you what happens if you actually take that benevolent stick, and then you can take the benevolent powder, okay, which is right here. Clean off my fan brush, and I'm going to go back in with my fan brush right here. And I'm going to add some more shine with this powder right over, okay? Do you see that? When you combine the stick and the powder, do you see what happens? Like, you get the highest shine possible. Like I said, I like to add a little shine down here. Do y'all see that? Isn't it beautiful? Kind of, I'm obsessed with highlighters. So the last thing that I'm going to show you is this beauty, okay? So this is the one in iridescent, and I want to show you the lustrous. So this is the rose gold shade, okay? And I'm going to put it by itself right here on the back of my hand because I want you to see how thick that is. Now, the fun thing with these is you can mix them with other things, okay? You can actually use this as an eyeshadow, all right? I like using this as an eyeshadow. It's just a little tip. I also like to mix it with my BB cream and put it all over my face, okay, whenever I'm just in a hurry and I just want some glow. Then I just contour over it, add a little powder where I don't want the shine, and I'm good to go. So here we are with this. I'm going to take my crease brush, okay? If you don't have a crease brush, you need a crease brush. And I'm just gonna go right here. Work it in. Same thing over here. So if you like the cream shadows, the texture is similar once it dries. It doesn't really go anywhere. It doesn't crease up. And I love to mix these with palette 5, which I'm going to show you in just a minute. So if you have any questions, please feel free to message me or comment below. And I hope that this gives you a great idea on how to get started with your highlighting. Like I said, if you want insanely high shine, put the cream below the powder. You can use the same shades or mix and match. If you want to contour and you're taffeta or lighter, then you can use some of the tones, the lustrous in the powder and the pearly. The pearly especially, if you're my shade or lighter, you could totally, low light, sorry, I do hair. You could totally do a contour with that. And you need the fan brush if you get the powder. It's kind of just, it's a necessity. So if you didn't get the fan brush, I'd highly recommend that. Contouring with this is amazing. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any more questions, please let me know, and have a wonderful day.